Hello, everyone. I wanted to come on and share a wonderful, wonderful appliance that you should have as part of your kitchen. It is a sous vide. The one I'm showing is the Yedi Infinity Sous Vide, which I bought from Kohl's online for $101.99, and it is worth it. Why? Well, sous vide cooking is amazing. When you go to a restaurant and you order things like fish, chicken, or meat, they cook to perfection whatever the cut you have ordered based on your preferences. And so they often are using sous vides to get the perfect temperature every single time. No guessing. Okay? And so with a sous vide, like this one, it's a wand, and you plug it in to your outlet. You set the temperature of the that you want the water to be at. You dial in the time for the cooking, and you just let it go. So it will create the perfect temperature for your cut of meat. I'll show you. I've got the sous vide set up, plugged in, and it is attached to a cooler. You don't have to buy a special sous vide container. Look around the house. Do you have an old cooler? This is a Coleman cooler that was in the garage. Thanks, Mom, for buying everything under the sun. I use it. Okay, so it's an old cooler, and you could use it as your container for your sous vide. Here I just have some covers, some silicone covers from IKEA that I am using to keep the water temperature at the set 130 degrees for my salmon, medium, perfectly cooked. Okay, so you set up the temperature and the time. You submerge or clip the sous vide device to your sous vide container, in my case, the cooler, and you fill it with water. The sous vide will get the water to the temperature that you've dialed in, and then when it reaches that temperature, it'll beep. That's your signal to drop in your meat, chicken, or poultry. I've got mine in there, and I just use a little metal divider to help keep the fish from floating around while it's bathing in the bath there. And so you probably have a metal thing around your house. Don't buy anything. Don't buy this cooler. Get it for free on Free Cycle or Buy Nothing, or ask a neighbor. Somebody's got these. So then you leave it in there. In this case, what is it? Well done salmon is 130 degrees, 70 minutes. So I've got 44 minutes left, and I will have perfectly cooked salmon. So I'm going to cover this back up, and definitely it is worth it. You don't have to guess, you don't have to get, the stove on or anything. You could just work with a sous vide. It's pretty silent. The noise here is that water distiller in the background, so apologies for the not so great audio. Anyway, pick up some wonderful salmon at your local Costco. Make sure it's wild caught Alaska. It comes already in vacuum sealed packages. You need to have the meat, poultry, or fish vacuum sealed. So if you don't have your item vacuum sealed, you can always buy a vacuum sealer. They sell them at Costco as well, and vacuum seal. But the other beautiful thing about the sous vide cooking is that this is frozen. Yes, I took this right out of the freezer. It is frozen salmon, hard as a rock. And I don't have to wait to defrost it or do all this elaborate stuff or even taking it out to thaw. I can put it right into the sous vide, which I did, and it will still cook it perfectly. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy. Check out the Yeti Infinity Sous Vide today.